Huron County Community Library, a destination for all ages.
Hi, this is Judy from the Huron County Community Library, and I'm here at our North Fairfield location today with Carolyn, and we're going to teach you how to do a crocheted ribbon necklace like the ones we have here on the table. So first I'm going to start with our list of supplies, which are 4 pieces, 80 inches long of this ladder yarn. And you can see it's called ladder yarn because it looks like it has steps on it. You'll also need a size K crochet hook, a needle with a large eye. You can fit that yarn through, but not so big that it won't go through our 2 pony beads that we have here. And you'll also need a ruler and a pair of scissors. So Carolyn's going to start with showing us how to do it right-handed. And don't be confused if you're left-handed, because then I'm going to show you how to do it left-handed. And if you've never crocheted before, this is the very simple beginning crochet stitch which anyone will be able to learn. So Carolyn, would you show us how to do the slip knot?
Okay, first of all, the 80-inch piece here we're going to measure. We're going to measure like 8 inches here on our ruler. We're going to take our yarn and we're going to make like a circle around there. It kind of looks like a pretzel by the time you put that through there like that. It looks like you can see with my fingers, like a pretzel. We're going to take our hook and we're going to go into that, and then we're just going to simply pull. And there you've got your slip knot on your hook.
Okay, now I'm going to show how to do this left-handed, and I do it just slightly different than Carolyn. I'm just a beginner. I did not know how to crochet before we started this project. So I'm going to measure 8 inches down like Carolyn did. And I'm going to kind of lay my yarn on the table. And I'm going to take the tail end side, which is on my left, I'm going to cross it over and make a loop. And then I'm going to take that same end and wrap it behind my loop into a pretzel shape. Then I'm going to hold both ends together and take my hook, pick up that center piece, and pull. So now I've got my slip knot on my crochet hook. So now we're going to start that beginning chain stitch. It's the only stitch we're going to use on this necklace, and Carolyn's going to show us how to do that right-handed.
Okay, this chain stitch. This is the first thing in whatever you're going to make in crochet. You have to begin with a chain stitch. So this will be a good thing to learn if you want to continue on to learn crochet and do some other projects. But for now, we're going to wrap the yarn around our pinky finger, come around our index finger, and then we kind of control this with our thumb. Big part of learning how to crochet is tension. So what we're simply going to do is we're going to take that hook underneath there, hook it around, and then we're going to, hopefully it doesn't slip off, we're going to pull through. So around and pull through, around it and pull through, and you just continue on until you have 8 inches left here at the end of your 80-inch piece of yarn. So we continue chaining.
Okay, I'm going to show it how you do left-handed. I do just slightly different than Carolyn does. I'm going to hold the hook in my left hand, and I just loop it around my first finger and kind of around my little finger. And I hold the knot end part with these 2 fingers. So I'm going to have my hook pointed up, and I hold the yarn parallel to my hook, and I go over and around, and then as I'm coming toward my slip knot, I turn my hook and pull it through that slip knot. So if you look at the end of my hook, I'm going in a counterclockwise direction. So over and around, turn and pull. And one of the things I found out as a beginner is sometimes I pulled the tension too tight, and you're pulling the tension with this finger here. And I couldn't get my hook through my knot or my stitch. So if you just loosen up on that tension on that finger, it makes the opening bigger and not so hard to pull your stitch through. Okay, Carolyn, how are we going to finish up with this project?
Okay, we got down. I'm measuring, and I've got 8 inches there. So now in order to hold it there, we're going to go ahead and take our hook around like we're making the chain. We're going to go through, but we're going to take it all the way through. And now we're going to pull to make that knot. And you've made 1 strand of the 4 that you're going to need to make your necklace. So now we're going to take all 4 of our strands. And you may want to do this 1 strand at a time. Sometimes you can get them all through, and sometimes not.
The needle you have in your kit may be a little smaller eye, and you may want to try just 1 strand at a time, which works just fine. Don't frustrate yourself if you can't get all 4 in at the same time. How far did you pull those ends through the needle? How many inches do you think you need to go through?
I would go at least 2. I'm going to take our other side and do the same thing there.
While Carolyn's working on that side, I was curious how pony bead got the name pony. So I looked it up, and it said pony beads were often used in hair fashions, ornaments, children's crafts, and jewelry making. Explorers such as Lewis and Clark brought European glass beads such as these to North America. The beads got their name when they were delivered by the Pony Express. Native American women used glass pony beads along with seed and crow beads on fringes and leather and moccasins. They also used them along with other beads to make necklaces for their tribe and neck gear for their horses. So who would have thought the name pony bead went that far back and actually had something to do with a real pony?
So now we're going to go back through our pony beads. And you're going to want to knot your ends.
And where did you say you were able to get this ladder yarn?
Actually, this was very popular a while back, so it's hard to kind of find this yarn now. You can find some of it on Etsy. You can try eBay or even Amazon. But I went to Hobby Lobby and they told me that those were the best places to try to find it now. This happened to come from a garage sale, so that's also another option.
So you're using an overhand knot to tie those ends together.
I am. So you get, you go over and just kind of, and you may want to double it. I haven't had to do that, but yet in the past, I just recently found out that sometimes it's easy to do another one over there, but you don't have to. You're going to pull those, and there you have your necklace.
Do you want to show us some of these other options you have here?
This is one, and this was something I thought would be nice to do if you want to. Before you begin to put your pony beads on there, if you have a pendant or something that you'd like to add to it, this just happened to go really well with this yarn, so I added a pendant to it. I also put in the instructions that you remember when I measured out the 8 inches, you can actually make it look more like this if you want to go the 12 inches. And then, it still will adjust up here. That's one nice thing. It will adjust with these pony beads to make it fit however you like. Or it's possible that, I don't know what all's out there in beads, but if you wanted to, you could probably take some beads and attach them through here somehow to just give it another different look. And then this one I did, this is your 8 inches. This one I did 6 inches. You can't go any less than 6 inches because you won't have enough to thread through there and be able to work with it. So I really do like the look of this one though. So that's another option there. So.
And I have one here that I bought at a craft show, and they just tied the ends together. So if you're having trouble with the pony beads, you can always just tie the ends together. Now it's not adjustable that way, but don't frustrate yourself. So I think we're all done today. If you have any questions, you can see Carolyn here at the North Fairfield location of the Huron County Community Library, and we hope to inspire you to crochet another project. So we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Huron County